and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I know many of you are following the news on central bank digital currencies, and today I have some really good news to share with you. Two states have just passed laws effectively banning the use of a central bank digital currency as a legal form of tender within their borders. I'll share the details with you in just a minute. By the way, if you haven't already, please consider joining my channels on YouTube and on Rumble and turn on notifications by ringing the bell. Laws recently enacted in Florida and Indiana ban the use of a central bank digital currency, CBDC, as money in those states. These laws revised the definition of money, and so they now exclude a central bank digital currency. Comment below and let us know if you're from one of these two states. I would love to hear from you and let us know if you've heard anything regarding these laws being implemented. I have a feeling that Texas might be next in line. If you've been watching my videos, you may remember that Texas is really focusing on expanding its gold reserves, and in addition to that, there is also a bill that proposes to make gold and silver legal form of tender in the state. Plus, in addition to that, of course, we all know that Senator Cruz openly voiced his opposition to CBDCs. He made it clear that he is against this war on cash. It's quite obvious that the goal here is not to make payments faster or more convenient. He said the goal is to replace cash with something that's really easy to manipulate. So we may soon hear about more and more states getting on board with this initiative. I know many of you questioned how these state-adopted laws will work if the federal government decides, which we know is actively working on the digital dollar as we speak, if the federal government decides to implement its own CBDC, will these state laws stand? Many believe that any federal law will override any state law, but that's not always the case. There have been cases where states took a position not to participate, and the federal government they had no other choice but to back down. This was the case with the Real ID Act about 15 years ago. The majority of states refused, and so the law was never implemented because of that. Of course, we have yet to see what happens with CBDCs, and I will make sure to keep you updated. So let's take a quick look at the laws specifically banning CBDCs. The laws are very similar in both states. We'll look at Florida first. The purpose of the law is to define the term central bank digital currency and revise the definition of the term money. Under the Florida Uniform Commercial Code UCC, money means a medium of exchange that is currently authorized or adopted by a domestic or foreign government. The term includes monetary units of account established by an intergovernmental organization or by agreement between two or more countries. The term does not include a central bank digital currency. So there's that new addition that has been added to the law that specifically excludes a CBDC. So that seems to be really straightforward and very black and white. The law goes into effect in just a little over a month. Its effective date is July the 1st, 2023. The bill gained significant support. It was actually passed by the House by a vote of 116 to 1. There's always that one person, right? And it was actually passed by the Senate by a 34 to 5 vote. Now let's take a look at the recently passed law that bans CBDC in Indiana. As I mentioned previously, both of these laws are very, very similar. What's different about them is that Indiana originally attempted to go much, much further, and actually they wanted to ban decentralized cryptocurrencies as well, in addition to CBDCs. That, fortunately or unfortunately, tell me what you think about it in the comments, that did not work. But during the process, the language of the bill was revised several times, and the final verbiage of the Indiana law specifically bans all central bank digital currencies, and it is silent on cryptocurrencies. Money means a medium of exchange that is currently authorized or adopted by a domestic or foreign government and is not in an electronic form. The term includes a monetary unit of account established by an intergovernmental organization or by agreement between two or more nations. The term does not include a central bank digital currency that is currently adopted or that may be adopted by the United States government, a foreign reserve, or a foreign sanctioned central bank. The method that Indiana lawmakers used is very similar to the approach used by the state of Florida. They revised the definition of money in the final version of the bill to exclude CBDCs. With regards to cryptocurrencies, the bill does not even mention them specifically, so it neither bans them nor allows them, which effectively leaves the door open, if you will. The bill actually had virtually no opposition in Indiana, so very similar to what we just saw in Florida. It was passed by the House by a vote of 95-2, and the Senate voted 46-0. Indiana's bill goes into effect the same exact date that the ban on CBDCs goes into effect in Florida, July 1st of this year. Now, here's a fun fact. I just told you that both of these bills received very little opposition, right? Let's see who actually voted against banning CBDCs. Actions speak louder than words, so this is just a really interesting detail that I thought I would share with you. In Indiana, the House votes were 95-2. The only two representatives who voted against are marked here with a red cross. This is directly from the official website, both of whom belong to the same political party, as you can see. Now, in Florida, I mentioned that the House voted 116-1. So who's that one person? Take a look here. A vote against was made by Felicia Robinson, and again, you can see her political affiliation right next to her name. Now, that could be a coincidence, of course. Take it for what it's worth, but do let me know what your take is in the comments below. A quick reminder to check out our sponsors, ExpressVPN. It is my recommended VPN service. I literally use it every single day. And, with all of our private information, passwords, medical history, bank information, and everything else, with all of that being stored online, ensuring that it is fully protected is a need. It is not really a want any longer. So claim your 3 full months of free service when you sign up using the link shared in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new from it, you might also enjoy another video I recently uploaded on everything you need to know about central bank digital currencies. I will link it below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your support, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Take care.